As a major project of the upcoming Third Western China International Fair for Investment World Trade, or WCFIT, the Asia Enterprise of Tomorrow Chongqing Summit will be held at the Chongqing International Expo Center on May 21st. Some 200 guest speakers, government officials, industry leaders, and representatives of Fortune Global 500 companies will attend the event. As one of the organizers of AEOT, iChongqing scheduled a series of interviews with some of the guests to discuss their participation in the event, as well as the business environment in Chongqing and the other Asian cities. Joining today's interview is Mr. Vincent Xia, West China Area Director of Aden Group. Hello, Mr. Xia. Thanks for accepting this interview with iChongqing on such a short notice.
Hi, Truman. Thanks for having me on.
So I'll begin this interview by asking you to first give us a brief introduction to yourself and your company, Aden Group.
Sure. Hi, I'm Vincent Xia. I'm from Singapore. I work for a French facilities company called Aden. I've been in China for the last 14 years in various positions and companies. I'm a organizational development and transformation specialist, meaning that I specialize in setting up new businesses for the different companies that I work for and operating these companies profitably. For Aden, it's actually a French facilities management company that was established in China in 1999. The founder and president, Mr. Joachim Hoylo, actually believes in providing the latest in technology, the latest in methodology in delivering our services. And also, he is a very strong believer of the vision by the government to bring China forward technologically as well as in terms of commercially as well. And in that sense, Aden is fully supportive of this initiative. And also, that's why we are here attending this conference.
Is this your first time participating in the WCFIT event? Do you have any expectations or hopes for the upcoming AEOT Chongqing Summit?
Yes, it's my first time attending the conference. My expectation, or rather hopes, is that this conference will allow me to understand the Chongqing government's future strategy and master plan for business and industry in the Chongqing landscape. I think that's very important so that we can fully support it in whatever ways that we can. And it is also my hope that during this conference to get to know as many officials as possible to be able to start a conversation on where and how Aden can contribute to this mission which the Chongqing government is embarking on.
You know, this is actually the first time for WCFIT to have a AEOT Chongqing Summit. So from your point of view, do you think this summit has the potential to become an international open platform for intercity communication and business-to-business dialogue?
Yes, it's my belief that this conference is very important because it allows both enterprise and government to come together to start a very important conversation on what the landscape of Asian enterprise is supposed to be, and also an exchange of ideas and perhaps an opportunity to find common ground where relationships can be forged and cooperation in various projects can be started and explored.
So what do you think are the most daunting challenges, or should I say development opportunities, for facing Asian enterprises and global companies with a focus on the Asian market? What should these companies do to better cope with the COVID-19 pandemic situation?
Well, in my opinion, the biggest challenge during this period will be, of course, access and mobility because of the various restrictions. I think when the pandemic has died down and the situation has improved a lot, I think a travel bubble will help a lot, especially between Singapore and China. It's my hope that Singaporeans, when they come over, when they are vaccinated, they have the vaccination cert. They can actually dispense with the quarantine, so that the exchange between ideas and people will be more frequent, and also amongst the European countries as well. So I think the biggest challenge is, of course, this mobility and access.
Okay, so Chongqing is playing an increasingly important role in China's national development strategies, whether it's the Western Development Plan, the Belt and Road Initiative, the Yangtze River Economic Belt, or the new international land sea trade corridor. These are all very ambitious economic development plans. So my question is, what do you think are the things that makes Chongqing stand out from the other inland cities?
Okay, I think primarily because of Chongqing's location, it makes it a unique hub for the OBOR, One Belt, One Road initiative, and also being a municipal city, or rather 直辖市, it is in a very unique and advantageous position in the sense that they are able to move more swiftly in developing all sorts of initiatives, and they are able to take it to the highest level. That's why my home country, Singapore, has very close cooperation with Chongqing because of this. And although I'm representing Aden, I'm also a Singaporean and share my government's vision that on the confidence and the importance of in Chongqing, as can be seen from the CCI initiative between the Singapore and Chongqing government. And besides using Aden's unique advantages in technological platforms in delivering our services to cooperate with Chongqing, I think my other role is acting as a bridge as a Singaporean for any enterprises that wishes to participate and contribute to this mission.
As you've probably noticed, in recent years, China's master plan to build the Chengdu-Chongqing economic circle has been generating a lot of buzz on both domestic and international media platforms. But in order to build the economic circle into a world-class city cluster like the ones in the Yangtze River Delta and the Pearl River Delta area, what do you think, what else should be done by the local governments in order to achieve that end?
Okay, before I speak about the local government, I think any Asian enterprise that wants to come into Chongqing to develop or to invest and set up here, I think first and foremost, it's very important for them to measure their expertise and the goods and services against the opportunities available here before they come in. Because from previous experience, a lot of failures was because they don't have a full understanding of the environment and what is available here. And for the government itself, the overall strategy and initiative is already very good and attractive. But I think there is a minor detail which they should pay attention to, which is the environment. Not only just the business environment, but rather the environment of inviting all these experts that work for these foreign enterprises, or be it Asian or European. If the environment is not correct, then it's very difficult for these companies to persuade their own staff to come in. And it is almost impossible for a new setup, especially if you are from Europe or from any parts of Asia, to come into a foreign country without a local staff that you have to send over. So I think in that sense, the government would have to look at these finer details, ranging from the medical availability for these expatriates, which already there is, in a sense that Raffles Hospital in Chongqing here is one of the first fully invested, foreign invested hospital and available for foreigners. The others is, of course, international schools. I think Chongqing has that challenge. Not only international schools, but rather school fees. A lot of companies don't pay school fees for their expatriates anymore. So in that sense, maybe the government should look at how they can interface and help this situation so that more expats can be attracted. I mean, we cannot deny that Chongqing have a lot of talents, local talents. But when you're setting up a foreign enterprise, you need somebody from the home country to set it up in the first place. Maybe when the business matures, then you can localize. But when you're first entering into a new market, it's always a local, or rather the home country's experts will first come. So I think this is a very, very important point that the government should look at.
Well, that's basically everything I wanted to ask. Do you have anything else you would like to add before we end this interview?
No, I'm happy to attend this conference, and I hope to meet more people and to contribute to Chongqing's development.
Yeah, Mr. Xiao, thank you very much for your time. Look forward to seeing you at the summit in person.
Yep. Okay. See you.